trade the break in market structure in relation to our time frame, because this is a time trading concept. So we want to see how the break in market structure relates to a time trading, to our time frames. And of course, we all know our time frames, the main time frame, primary time frame, intermediate, and entry time frame. We want to make more efforts here, focus more in the intermediate time frame. That's what we're looking at on this area, the intermediate time frame. Now, I will take a good examples for Great Britain USD. Great Britain USD, we use the Great Britain USD, yes, for this. Now, there are three scenarios here. We have the first one here. We have the second one here. We have the last one here. So I will do my analysis based on these three. I'll do my teachings based on these three, then you understand the concept. Now, this is the 1 hour. What we're saying is the 1 hour to daily time frame trade. So the first one we go. Now, remember I said the first thing, they will create their course, the divergence, from their divergence, and from divergence, what they do again is what? This is the divergence. What they do again is what? They break our divergence, that is breaking the market structure of the divergence, and which is this particular support region. Now, at the end of the day, we want to see if there's actually a close below that region. And yes, we have a close. This is the bar that closes below that region, and the bar closes here at the end of the day. Yeah, it closes here at the end of the day. Now, this is the end of the day. Here is the end of the day. End of the day. And this is the BMS. The BMS support. The BMS support that was broken. The BMS support that was broken. Now, immediately we've seen something like this, what we want to do is immediately we want to do what? Head over to the intermediate time frame, which is the 4 hours. If at the end of the close of that bar, which is the daily, the main time frame, you have to go over to 1 hour, the intermediate time frame, which is the 4 hours. Now, this is the intermediate time frame. You do what? Now, I'm going to make it clean. So what will you do? Now, remember the particular bar closes there. You do what? Put your support region here, because we now have what? The cost creation. This is what they start their cost creation. They start their cost creation here. Now, why do they form their cost creation? They form their cost creation because just like a pregnant woman who is giving birth, the doctors say push, and after she pushed the first one, she gets herself, she gather more strength to continue pushing. When you want to push something, you have to first of all push, gather strength, then you keep pushing. So you push and gather strength and push. Now, one of the great strengths the market makers use is when they break out from a particular region, and the second strength is when they break out from what? A market structure. Now, this is the only two times, these are the only times, these 2 times are the only times the market will show a lot of strength during the breakout and when there's a break in the market structure. Now, if we are looking at this particular case, what we have here is a break in the market structure. And now we've seen the cost creation. Now, after the cost creation, like I said, the market will have to go back. The market will have to go back. And after when the market goes back, what does the market do? The market forms the cost creation. And after forming the cost creation, we want to enter a trade from here. Normally, you can choose to enter a trade at the breakout bar, the top of the breakout bar here, of that market structure bar. The top of the breakout bar, you can choose to enter at the top of the breakout bar, the particular bar that breaks the market structure. You can choose to enter from the top of that bar, but what we want to do is to enter from the break of this course creation low. The break of this course creation low. That is where we will look to enter. The break of this course creation low. Yeah. That's where we are looking to enter. And this is the particular bar that gave us the break. This bar, this particular bearish bar here gave us the break. Now, having this break, what we want to do is we sell. And what we do is when we sell, we put our stop loss above this region, slightly above this region. Then the double of our stop loss is either a 1:2 trade or a 1:3 trade. This is 66 pips, and this is over 141 pips. If you come and bring it down here, that is 160 pips. So you can see that is the first case scenario. Now let's take another example, the second case scenario, which is this particular area. Remember I said we are going to do just for 3 different cases. And after that, just for 3 different cases. Then after that, you guys will go ahead to do your own. Now, this is the second case. Yeah, at this point, this is not a daily time frame signal. Instead, the 4 hours is the main time frame. So we are looking at what? The 30 minutes, the 4 hours, and the 1 hour. Now, this is the 30 minutes. And this is the point where we have our divergence on the 30 minutes. This is it. Remember, the first of all form show their hands that they want to what? Reverse price. And this is the divergence on the 30 minutes. Now, after we have the divergence, the next thing you see is what? A breakout of the divergence. This is the breakout of the divergence. The breakout of the divergence at 4 hours. At the close of 4 hours, let's see. Yes, we have it. And this is the bar at the close of 4 hours. Okay, let's go back again. Let's pick this is our divergence area. Yes. And this at the close of 4 hours. We have the bar. This was the bar that closed at the close of 4 hours. This particular bar here. Now, this is our breakout bar. Now we go to 30 minutes. Don't forget, this is our BMS area. BMS resistance. This is our BMS resistance. And this is our candle close. Our bar close. Yeah, the main time frame bar close around this region. Now the main time frame close around this region. The next thing we want to look at for is what the cost creation, and the cost creation will come from where? The intermediate time frame, which is the 1 hour. Good. Now have you seen this? In this scenario, they already formed the cost creation inside. They formed the cost creation inside the resistance area and what? And the bar close region. And if you look at it, we also have a what? A drop down into the region. A drop down into the region. So what we have is a breakout. Now price went higher, then moved round and went up. Now, if you don't want to make use of this particular point, we have to wait for what? The cost creation. Now we assume, we say the cost creation still comes in, started from here. This is the cost creation. This is the cost creation from this zone. The cost creation started from this zone. Remember I said at the close of the bar, wait for them to form their cost creation. So in this scenario, they push price higher and they started forming their cost creation after this. Now when they form their cost creation, this is it. They formed their cost creation. Then they came around here to close above the cost creation. They closed above the cost creation. Now they closed above the cost creation. Then they came back down to touch the tail, the bottom of our cost creation range. Before doing what? Before going back upward. Before going backward, upward. Now, before going backward, upward, and they move, took price over 1:3 pips if we have to take the trade. So this is now the second scenario. You want to take your trade from the intermediate time frame. You don't just want to take it from the entry. You want to see the confirmation from that intermediate time frame. What is the confirmation? A breakout from that range, a breakout from the range, and you can join the trade. If you don't see the breakout, you are not joining the trade. You don't take any trade. You wait for the breakouts to enter conservatively. Now, the next thing we want to look at for, let's take the last example. Let's take the last example. I believe this is the last example. This is the last example. This is the last example. Let me clear all this. Good. Now we have this as a last example, and this is based on this is actually based on 1 hour time frame. Now this is our divergence. You can see from this particular low. Remember what I said, they will form their bottom, form their course the bottom. Now this is our breakout in market structure. Good. Now at the end of the day, where is the day? This is the day closes here. The day closes with this particular bar at the end of the day. That was where the bar closes. This particular bar, yeah, at the top here. So what do? We go to the 4 hours, wait for them to form their bar course correction. This is it. The 4 hours is intermediate. Now they form their course correction, and this is what? This is actually the top of their course correction. Now we have the breakout. Now having the breakout, what happened? We saw price coming down. Now in the module 2 of this particular research, in the module 2 of this particular video, I'm going to talk about why we have this drop down here. I'm going to give us the main reason why we have this drop down here. But what happened? We saw this drop down. Market drops down again. That's what we are seeing. We saw a drop down from market. It breaks up, then drops down immediately. Drops down immediately. Dropping down immediately, what we have? We now have what? The move upward over 1:2 pips to 1:3. So guys, you can see this is just the logic. This is the logic in everything. This is the logic. If you need to understand this, when you understand this, then there is nothing again. Now let's take one more example at this particular zone. Yeah. Look at it, price form the leg. They showed us what they are doing. So it formed the divergence. There was a break in market structure here. At the end of the day, good. Now the day closes here. Now at the formation of this bar, what will they do? They are going to do what? Form their what? They are going to form their course correction. Now the course correction came just once, very sharp. And after the course correction, what happened? We have the breakout from here. Then price did what? Went higher without even coming back down to where we are supposed to the range. It went higher. So you see, it's very different. Just in 3 steps. Confirm your course correction first of all. Confirm the top. Confirm the top. And how will you confirm the top? You can confirm the top by what? You confirm the top. You first of all confirm the top. You confirm the top when you have what? A confirmed divergence. A confirmed divergence. A confirmed divergence. I hope you know what that means. Now, after you've confirmed the top, the next thing you do is what? Wait for the course correction at the end of the bar of the main time frame bar. The main time frame bar. Is it at the no after the okay? Wait for the course correction after the close of the main time frame bar. Then after that, what do? The third thing you want to do is what? Wait for the break of the course creation level. When I mean a break, I mean a breakout. Now the breakout can be up, the breakout can be down, depending on the particular direction of the market you are looking to trade. Now, the next thing is what? You can now choose to do what? Enter your trade. You can choose to enter your trade, or you wait for what? Yeah, you can now choose to enter your trade. This is how simple it is. How simple it is. So guys, work on this, do your proper research, and let's see what you have. Don't forget, let's work on this. Let's do our proper research. Then we'll come back from module 2 and discuss properly on this particular concept. Thank you.